everybody, I thought I would do, I'm going to start doing a few short videos on how we're doing as we're coming out of this pandemic time, how our mental health is doing, and what we can do to help ourselves feel better and adapt to the new changes, because we are going back to a different normal, a new normal, not going back to the way things were necessarily. So I know for myself, I have a happy home, I have a happy life, but you know, to be honest, it hasn't been the easiest being shut home with each other for the last few months. And like I said, I like my family, but I have noticed I've picked up some new habits, and I have some things that I need to change. I've been made even more glaringly clear through this pandemic time. So I thought I would share with you guys and bring you along on my journey as I just start to make the changes and slowly, part of it is loving yourself through this time too as we make the changes. I picked up some bad habits in the last 2 months, and now it's time to break them. So number one thing for me is I've noticed I've gained some weight through pandemic, through obviously sitting around more, the gym's being closed, and maybe even being a bit more emotional eating, not necessarily realizing I was doing it. But so this morning, too calm because it's still cold here for some reason. We're still slow warming up for spring here, but we are going for a walk. And then I'm going to do some resistance exercises at home with body weight and bands, and I will show you guys those later, what I'm doing there. But we're taking the dogs out first. I had some time for me, it's meditation time. I like to read my Bible. I'll just say some prayers in my heart to God. That's how I get my uplifting for spiritual in the morning. So that is important to start your day. For me, again, it's God, and now some fresh air and exercise. And it's still early here. It's only just after 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to head out for about probably 45-minute walk, and then I'll catch you up later in the day and let you know what else I'm doing. Just want to give you an idea of how pretty it can be when you get outside, and how being out in nature does nourish your soul and helps your mental health. Where are they? Oh, there they are. It's the snowbirds. They're flying over our hospitals. They're flying over each hospital, and then they're going to Portage la Prairie and Brandon. Yeah. See if they come back up. Okay, so came in from a walk and saw the snowbirds, as you probably saw in the video. Now I'm in the basement, hair still in ponytail, haven't had a shower yet, but this is still part of starting to feel better and taking care of ourselves. So I'm gonna do some exercises on the mats. I'm just gonna grab a couple things to show you what I have that make it fairly easy to do some exercises. These are extreme bands, and I got them off Amazon. I'll put the link below so you guys can see it. But we put these around our legs, and they give you resistance, and it helps you build muscle. And I just go down the hallway. I'll show you. I just basically kind of do squats down the hallway with them just above the knee. And then I have this I got off Amazon as well. You can get them at Walmart. This one is 10 pounds, and I can do things behind my head, like holding it in my hands. I'll show you, but it helps me work my triceps. And yeah, so that's what we'll start with today. And this I do for abs, but I'll show you that. I would show you in the mirror how these work. I have one of those bands just above my knees, and what I do is I just squat down and I go down the hallway like this. And I do as many, I go back and I go back and forth. I'll go all the way down the hallway, and our hallway's fairly long, so I can do about 10 to 12 steps. And when you're doing that in a squat position, you'd be surprised how much you're using the muscles here. And this works really well as resistance and gives you some extra, works your muscles extra, I guess. So good for weight loss.